Hello, aspirants, and a very warm welcome to you all. We're about to tackle a topic that's, well, it's a big one. It's sitting right at that critical intersection of technology and national security, something you absolutely need to know for your GS Paper 3.
That's exactly right. We're going to deconstruct a new AI, codenamed Mythos. And more importantly, we're going to unpack what it really means for India's cybersecurity. This is stuff that's happening right now.
All right, so here's our game plan for today. We'll cover what Mythos AI is, why it's a double-edged sword, what it means for us here in India, the role of state actors, and of course, the way forward. Let's start with the basics. So, let's jump right in. What is this Mythos AI we're hearing so much about? Let's break it down. You know, this really gets to the heart of the matter. Can AI become an autonomous cyber weapon? I mean, we're used to AI helping out, right? Finding problems, analyzing data, but can it become a weapon that acts all on its own?
Exactly. Not just a tool that finds a vulnerability, but one that can create the key and unlock the door itself. And believe me, this new research has really thrown that question into the spotlight.
All right. So what happened was the AI firm Anthropic published this research. They created a model which they called Mythos, purely for testing. So this isn't out there in the real world yet. But what it could do is frankly stunning. It's not just a fancy bug scanner. It can do the whole shebang from start to finish. It finds a weakness, figures out how bad it is, and then it actually writes the code to exploit it. It's the entire attack sequence, automated. And to really understand why this is such a big deal, you have to know this term zero-day exploit. Think of it like a secret backdoor in a fortress that not even the builders know exists. There's no defense, no patch, because for the good guys, it's day zero. They don't even know the problem is there.
And that's the scary part, isn't it? The research suggests an AI like this could be the one to find that secret door and build a key for it, all before anyone on the inside has a clue.
So you can see the strategic fallout from this. As Asim Jakar, a well-known cyber expert, puts it, this kind of autonomous capability is going to give a lot of power to zero-day sellers. It basically supercharges the black market for these cyber weapons. Right. And this brings us to a classic point you'll need for your mains answers. This technology is a perfect example of a double-edged sword. It has huge potential for both good and bad. Okay, so let's look at the good side first. For the white hats, the cybersecurity professionals defending our systems, this could be a game changer. Imagine AI automating the tedious work of finding bugs. It means companies can patch vulnerabilities way faster, making everyone safer. But there's always a but, isn't there? For the black hats, the attackers, this is also a massive gift. It lowers the skill level needed to launch a serious attack. You might not need to be an elite coder anymore. The AI could do all the heavy lifting for you, making these powerful tools available to almost anyone with bad intentions. And Sharda Tiku, another expert in the space, really hits the nail on the head. She says the biggest bottleneck wasn't always finding a flaw, but having the skill to actually use it, to execute the attack. Well, AI is changing that equation completely.
She also points out something we all know is true. Most companies are already behind on patching the vulnerabilities they do know about. So imagine a world where new, complex attacks can be created at lightning speed. The pressure is going to be immense.
All right, this is where we need to put on our India lens. For your exam, connecting these global tech trends to our national context is absolutely key. So what does all this mean for us?
Exactly. You just have to look around. Think of digital India, our UPI systems, our massive IT industry. We are one of the most digitally connected nations on Earth, and that means we have a very large attack surface. So the question is, where are we most vulnerable?
Well, the list of concerns is long. At the very top is our critical national infrastructure. We're talking about power grids, our banking systems, defense networks, all suddenly at a much higher risk from these super fast AI-driven attacks. And it doesn't stop there. Think about government websites, public data, and our IT sector itself. We build software for the world. The pressure to keep that entire ecosystem secure is going to be massive, which leads to the really tough question. Are our current cybersecurity policies and our teams ready to respond at the speed of AI? And of course, we can't ignore the geopolitical angle. This isn't just about individual hackers anymore. We're talking about cyber warfare, and state actors are leading the charge. Yeah, this image says it all. AI is basically squashing the entire timeline. The whole process, from finding a weakness to launching an attack that used to take teams of experts, weeks, maybe even months, that could soon be done in hours, or maybe even minutes. How do you defend against that? There's almost no time to react. And this completely changes the economics of hacking. It's simple supply and demand, right? If AI makes it easier to create these zero-day exploits, their price is going to drop. They'll become cheaper, more common, commoditized, and their shelf life, the time they're actually useful before they get patched, is going to shrink dramatically. The entire black market for these tools is about to be disrupted.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem. Now for the most important part, especially for your answers, the solution. What is the way forward for India? You need to have a clear, structured plan.
Absolutely. We can think of it in 4 key steps. First, we need to get better at defense. It's not just about finding bugs faster, it's about building stronger, more resilient systems from the start. Second, and this is critical for India, is a robust public-private partnership. The government and our amazing IT industry have to work hand in glove. The third point is just common sense. You have to fight fire with fire. We must invest in our own AI for defensive purposes, using it to find threats and patch them automatically. And fourth, our policies can't be stuck in the past. Our national cybersecurity strategy needs to be dynamic, constantly updated to face these new, fast-moving threats. And before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a really important thought. It might seem like AI is taking over, but it's not the whole story. The machines can do the heavy lifting, but they can't replace human judgment. The strategy, the understanding of context, the big picture thinking, that's where humans, and specifically all of you as our future policymakers, come in. Your role is becoming more important, not less. So, to put everything we've discussed into practice, here's a question for you to think about. This is exactly the kind of critical evaluation you might see in your mains paper. As you frame your answer, make sure you hit on those key areas we talked about, the double-edged nature of AI, the specific challenges for India, and, of course, a clear way forward. Tackle that question and you'll be in great shape. That's all from us today. We wish you the very best with your preparation.